The scariest thing about working corrections isn't the violent inmates, it's watching good people break. Matt had been a guard for 12 years when I started my rookie shift at Riverside Correctional. Guy was a legend among staff. Never wrote unnecessary reports, always de-escalated fights before they got serious. The kind of officer who'd slip extra dessert to inmates having rough days or sneak reading materials to guys in solitary. His partner Tom always said Matt was the reason he stayed in the job. Most guards burn out in 2 years. Matt makes you remember why we're here. But something shifted after Matt's divorce papers got finalized in March. Started showing up 10 minutes late, which was bizarre for a guy who used to arrive early to prep the shift briefings. His uniform looked wrinkled. He'd snap at other officers over stupid stuff like radio protocols. Tom kept covering for him, making excuses to Warden Phillips. His ex is bleeding him dry in court, Tom would say. Cut him some slack. One evening during 7 o'clock count, I heard shouting echoing from B Block's East Corridor. Found Matt standing over an inmate named Rodriguez, who'd been giving him lip all week about the new meal schedule. Rodriguez was face down on the concrete, split lip bleeding onto the gray floor, hands zip-tied behind his back with the heavy-duty restraints we save for real emergencies. He attacked me during count, Matt said, breathing hard but not looking me in the eye. Had to restrain him for everyone's safety, but something felt wrong immediately. Rodriguez's knuckles were completely clean. No defensive wounds, no torn clothing. Most telling, the security camera in that specific corridor had been malfunctioning for 3 days straight, according to the maintenance log. I should have reported it to Internal Affairs that night. Instead, I helped Matt write the incident report, adding details about Rodriguez's aggressive behavior during evening chow. Told myself everyone deserves one mistake, especially after what Matt had been going through with his custody battle. 2 weeks later, it happened again. Different inmate, same story. This time it was Williams, a guy doing 18 months for check fraud. Found him in the supply closet with a black eye and a story about falling into some shelving. The camera covering that area also mysteriously broken. Tom saw the aftermath this time. We both knew Matt was lying, but neither of us wanted to destroy a 12-year veteran's career over a couple of troublemakers getting roughed up. These weren't choir boys. They were career criminals who probably deserved worse. The third incident changed everything. Matt cornered Tommy Chen during recreation hour, a 20-year-old kid doing 6 months for shoplifting electronics to pay his mom's medical bills. Found Tommy unconscious in the equipment room with a fractured rib and a story about slipping on wet concrete, but there was no water anywhere near where he was found. That's when Tom finally broke his silence. Turned out he'd been secretly documenting everything for weeks, taking photos of injuries, noting the pattern of broken cameras, collecting witness statements from other inmates who were too scared to speak up officially. I kept hoping Matt would stop, Tom told me later. I've known him since we were probationary officers. This wasn't him. Matt was arrested the next morning during shift change. Half the staff watched in stunned silence as Internal Affairs led him away in handcuffs. During his confession later that day, he broke down completely in the interview room. I just wanted someone to hurt as much as I was hurting, he sobbed to the investigators. Every day felt like torture, and I needed them to feel it too. Tom resigned that same afternoon, said he couldn't live with himself for waiting so long to act, for letting 3 inmates get brutalized while he wrestled with loyalty versus duty. The worst part? Rodriguez and the other victims never filed formal complaints. They understood the system well enough to know that fighting back or speaking up would only paint bigger targets on their backs for the next 12 years of their sentences. Matt got 2 years in the same prison where he'd worked for over a decade.